Hi everyone, welcome to Flourish by Design TV. It's just here myself today because I wanted to talk to you just a little bit about an exciting news that I have that I started sharing during the week on Facebook and all my social media platforms around a new webinar that I'm creating at the moment called Color Me Beautiful. So I'm really excited about this because it's something that's very, very close to my heart. And as I put in the post in advertising this talk this morning, it's really a marriage, it's a marriage of my two greatest loves. One is design and the other is well-being. And it's so close to my heart because it's very close to my parents and how I was raised and what they both represented to me in their lives. And, over the past couple of years, if anyone's known me, they know that both my parents have passed away. And when that happens, you go into a time of reflection and, you gather up the wisdom that they've taught you and you look back and you learn the lessons as well of, what you've gained from the experience of being in relationship with them. And it's been so profound for me in the last couple of months, really, because I've been distilling myself down into that true sense of myself and into my true essence and what I've come here to do and to become and to how to serve and what I was designed to be. And when I look at my past and how I was raised, it was always, my mother was very creative. She was really amazingly creative, always, fabulous with fashion. She was a hairdresser, but she was creating every aspect of her life. Everything she touched, she made beautiful. She made her home beautiful. She made, she was a brilliant cook. She always had everybody looking beautiful. She colored them beautiful on the outside. And my father was a psychiatric nurse, and he was always he was very compassionate and looking after people's mental health, and always a leader in the community, and always a person that people went to and when they needed him in the village. And he was really involved in everything in our village where I grew up in County Wexford in Rathnewer. And I always had this, I suppose, connection to nature, connection to, the divine, I would say, that essence of life itself is what I would like to describe it as. So where I am now is kind of like bringing those three things together, which is really interesting because yesterday was St. Patrick's Day here in Ireland, and he, as a graphic designer, I'm always interested in symbolism, and he used the shamrock as a symbol of bringing those three things together, our innate, our mind, body and soul, and how we can bring all of that together into one essence. And for me, I feel this is the time for that to happen for women, especially. We're in the time of the flourishing. That's why I called my company Flourish by Design, and this is Flourish by Design TV, because it's all about the time of the flourishing. Like, we've all been through so many difficult times in our life, and this is the point of it. The point is to get us to a stage where we're ready to serve in our fullest capacity and bring together all of our gifts and talents and all the lessons that we've learned in life and to put it into action in the world, into creative action. So to do that for women, I mean, there's so many women that I know, and I'm speaking directly to you now, fabulous, strong, empowered women that I have in my life. I am so blessed to know so many and to be inspired constantly by what they're doing in the world. And I feel this is a time for them that to actually be distilled into even a more strong potency of their presence in the world. And I feel that we need to come together and to sit in community together and talk about this. So I've started to design and write a new webinar, as I call it, Color Me Beautiful, which is bringing us into that essence, into the essence of the feminine essence, so that we can become feminine leaders in the world, which has a completely different quality to the masculine leadership. As women, we've kind of grown up to become empowered. I know in my family, that was a big thing, that we were encouraged as women to be powerful in the world. And I have so many beautiful, strong role models of my mothers and aunts on both sides that have been extremely strong women in their own community, in their own time. And they've done it, in adverse circumstances as well, when things weren't easy, but they've still stood up to what they could do in their time. And we have been educated now, and we have our education, and we have our experience, life experience and travel. At this generation, things have opened it up a lot more for women, but also I feel there is a part of us that we haven't tapped into yet. There's a part of us that we can optimize ourselves on the next level, because I feel there is this pressure building in women that are very strong already, that are, coming up to that, self actualization. But there's something deeper within them that is calling them forward for a bigger purpose that they need to be serving on a next level. And I feel that is a pressure that's building in women. And sometimes they don't know how to get past that. It's like a glass ceiling within themselves that they want to push through, but they don't have the map, because it hasn't actually been designed yet. So I feel it's a different type of leadership. It's a different type of way of being in the world as a feminine leader, not in a masculine way, but in a feminine way that has a receptiveness to it rather than a force to it. So I would love to invite you all into just registering. At the moment, the first step is to get on that journey of just even thinking about what I'm talking about, thinking about coming into a webinar with me and talking about this, what I'm going to be presenting, my findings on my contemplation over the last number of years, my own self-reflection, and also my conversations with women over the last 2-3 years since the pandemic. I've interviewed about 200 people, and I've gained so from all over the world, and I've listened and I've heard and I've understood what the issues are, and I'd love to bring you through what I feel the solutions are, and to empower you to the next level. So at the moment, I'm sharing 5 steps to building a personal brand through to you download. So that's on my website. And I'm inviting anyone who doesn't know me and hasn't actually downloaded that yet to start with that first. So if we download that guide, it brings you, it's a booklet basically. It brings you through some steps of self-reflection and starting to ask those bigger questions about yourself, to start to get into that essence. When we're talking about brand essence, we're always talking about, when we come to personal brand essence, it's about ourselves coming into the core of who we are. And even if we're active and very confident in the world already, there's still more that can be done when we go into ourselves and really get in touch with our values and our strengths and our gifts and our talents and everything that we feel we were brought here to do. And also what happens is we open ourselves up to receiving the information that we need to hear. So it's opening us up into that silence as well, and to changing ourselves and distilling ourselves into the person that we were designed to be. And this is what I call, the silence revolution, because it's not in the noise, it's in the silence that we transform, and where those inner barriers and blockages can be dissolved so that we can move past and flourish into and blossom into the true colors that we were born to be in. Because my passion is to see all women really to flourish into that, blossom into that beauty, that inner beauty that they have within themselves, because it's so powerful. And at this time, that's exactly what we need, because then we become leaders in our homes, in our workplaces, in our relationships, and we can guide and we can be that wisdom that the world needs at the moment, that Mother Earth is asking us to become, because that's what we need to bring life back into balance and back into harmony in all aspects of our life. So from the Rainbow Warrior, I was thinking of that beautiful song of, Cyndi Lauper, but your true colors are beautiful as a rainbow. And that's why I am so excited to invite you in to start thinking about, really wanting to get involved in looking at ourselves. It's like a retreat in a different sense of the word, with lots of color and lots of fun and excitement of just coming together and looking to see how we can move forward, as a group of women in the world at this time, because it's so, so needed. So I would ask you just to go on to www.flourishbydesign.co and download your booklet, get started with that. And, to use what we have at our disposal is a very secret weapon that we have, is word of mouth. We definitely use that to communicate with our sisters, our friends, our family that we feel that might be interested in this too, to leveling up and to optimizing themselves and self-actualizing themselves into their true colors in the world today. So please spread the word if there's anybody that you feel might be interested in this too. I'd love to get as many people involved. I haven't launched a date yet, but if you sign up for the download, you'll be on my mailing list, so you can keep in touch. And as I reveal more about what's happening and the dates, you'll be informed in your inbox. So it's a great way to keep in touch with me and everything that I'm doing, and any offers that I have available, any free downloads that I have available for you coming up to that, to get you into position for that webinar series. It's one webinar that I'm going to be launching hopefully in the next couple of weeks. Okay, I'll talk to you later, and thank you so much for listening and all your contribution and to what I'm trying to do in the world. I've got so many amazing women that are behind me and have my back, and I just love getting to know you all more and more all the time. I'm looking forward to the future together with you. Okay, thank you so much, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.